Alright, what's up guys? VV back with another video. Alright, so I'm starting to get a little bit of a setup where I am, where I stay, where I can start recording videos of, some play testing, some live play testing. So in this video, it is going to be me versus my son. My son is 12, so he is still learning the game. He is on the left. He's got the teal sleeves, and I will be on the right with the black sleeves. So let's, bear in mind, with any kind of criticism of it, we're going to take into account that he's only 12, right? And as far as the video recording goes, this is my first time recording like a full playthrough. There's some things that I learned while doing this that I'm going to try to improve on next time, like the placement of the mats and things like that. I'm working on it, so y'all bear with me, guys. Bear with me. Okay, so let's go ahead and check out this first game. It's going to be Black Yellow Mom versus Red Zoro. Okay, that's me. I'm just setting up the camera. My son's on the left there, like I said. And he's getting pretty good at the game. He of course, he knows all the mechanics. He knows what the cards do and everything. He's still got a little bit to learn, but he's definitely not like total noob level. He's actually very good in the game, very competent, especially for his age. He's already played in some tournaments at the local card shop we go to. He's pretty good too. He went 2-2 at the local shop, playing a Zoro deck, just kind of running people over. All right, that's just me adjusting all his cards to make sure they're in the frame. There's a little bit of a glare on his side. I'll have to work on fixing that. But okay, he is going to go first. I'm just kind of showing the cards that are in my hand. And we'll do that about once every 5 draws, 5 cards drawn. Okay, and let me, I should pause. Let's go back and look at these cards that we had. Okay, so I'm looking at a pretty ugly pool, and I did tell him that this was not the greatest pool. Thunderbolt, Impact Wave, 6 King Pistol, Sakazuki, and a Suru 2K counter. And let's see what I don't think he had the best pull either. We just did a shuffle and said, all right, let's try to record this, see how it comes out. We were just trying to rush through it. Not rush, but, try to get a game in to see how it would come out. Looks like he's got a Mastus, Zoro, Uda, Otama, and is that a Nami? Searcher Nami, I think. All right, let's see how it goes. I'm pretty sure that's Searcher Nami, the second one from the left. Okay, so he's going to go first, and we're about to find out. Yes, it was. Yes, it was Nami. All right, so he's going to look at the top 5. And one thing I wish, I told him after the game, I said, hey, from now on, whenever you do the searches, let's have where you or whenever one of us does a search, just reveal to the camera the 5 cards you looked at, and then you could just grab the card that you want, because you got to reveal that anyway. Okay, so he grabs a Nico Robin. Let's see what else he does. Yeah, it's just 1 Dawn pass. So I'll draw for the turn. I'll play my 2 Dawn. That is the correct order, by the way. You draw first, and then you play your Dawn. I'm sitting on 2. Y'all saw I have an Impact Wave, and I have no other pull or no other play here. I don't know. I don't remember what I drew, but I'm sitting with 2 Dawn open. He knows I run Impact Waves. So let's see what happens. Okay. So he's going to play another Nami. And so he must have drawn that off the top, because we know he got a Nico Robin from the last search. And in case y'all are wondering, I know we can see some of the cards here. Of course, I can't see their cards at all. I can't see the cards at all when the game's live. So you grab the guard point. Okay. All right. He's going to attach 2 to Zoro and just smash. Just go face. And so I figure here, okay, I don't have many plays in hand, so I'm going to just not take damage early. I usually like to take damage early, but I figured I'm not going to take damage early here, and I'm just going to take one of these searchers off the board and do it, try to go as late into the game as possible, because that's what I do with this, that's what this deck does. Okay, so I've got a 3 Dawn play, apparently, because I'm going to attach 1 Dawn to Mom here and just swing for 6. Now, he knows I'm very defensive, so he's like, yeah, I'll take as much card draw as I can get, because he knows I'm going to attack his characters pretty much as possible. Okay, Helmeppo, very nice. Just a little, I got to adjust the card. I didn't know how far down I could go in the frame, but now I do. That's why I was adjusting all that. Okay, so he's going to draw a card for the turn, go to 5 Dawn. And, ideally here, I would just play Nico Robin, is how I would play this. Now, let's see what he does. He does play Nico Robin. Yeah, just something, just try to establish some board presence. However, small error. He played the character before attacking. And we talk about it after the game. And here's why you can't do that. Let's see. Did I get that? It's not this turn. Okay. You'll see in an upcoming turn. Spoiler. I run 4 Shockwaves. I run 4 Thunderbolts. I run 4, and I run 2 or 3 Six King Pistols. So you never, and we talk about it after the game. And like I said, he's just 12. He's getting better and better. It is what it is. And in the future, okay, I'm going to swing here. I'm just reducing the cost there so I can swing for 5. Got a little dice there with a blank side showing she's at 0. And I'm just explaining to him, like, okay, she's at 0, but I'm not doing anything to her. I'm just trying to swing for 5. He's like, okay. So he counters out for 2. He's like, okay, not the fastest start, so I guess I'll start defending. Oh, okay, I tapped 6, but I'm like, well, no, wait a minute. Let me attack first, just in case. You just never know. Just it's good to practice. Good practice. Okay, tap 6. Sakazuki's coming down. Of course, we knew. I did reveal that in my starting hand, right? Okay, and there was a Thunderbolt that I clearly must have drawn from something. Okay, now he's back to 1 cost for the turn. And Rylan's going to be up to 7. Now, I'm going to be doing a lot of games with Rylan in the future because he's my most accessible person I can playtest with, playtest partner. But I will be featuring other people in the I will be featuring other people as well in the future. Hopefully I can get my brother over for some games at some point. Okay, now I'm giving an update. Let me pause right here. So I'm updating, showing my hand. Okay, looking very nice right now. So I have passed, let me explain like this real quick. I have passed the point where I want to play Smoker ever. Given who I'm going against, a Zoro player, I will not be playing Smoker for the rest of the game. So that is just a 1k counter in my hand now with that 6 King pistol. So I have a 2k counter and 6 King pistol and a 1k counter in Smoker. That is how my mind is translating this hand right now. I've got a 2k counter in Suru. I've got my Borsalino, of course, and I've got a Big Mom 10 cost. I'm sitting very nicely. I'm sitting very nicely at this point of the game. Okay, and I'm going to have Rylan show his cards now. Okay, he's got a full grip of cards. Okay, we're going to pause. Oh, right, I can't. There we go. Okay, Otama, 2 guard points. Makino, 2 Otamas, 2 guard points of Makino, Uda, Zoro, and Mastus. Okay, not a great pool. Unfortunately, he did not get a great pool. And I will say this as well. I have not updated his list yet to run like the buggies. Like there's an updated Zoro list that I think is a little bit better. It actually seems a little less rushy or like rush character based, and it's more just swinging wide. So next time we play, I'll have to update the list. But other than that, he has a very slow pool, unfortunately, and it is going to force his hand a little bit here soon because he knows, we do play test all the time together, so he is actually just getting better and better and better. And he knows, like, okay, if I let Dad set up where he has 10 Dawn and he's gaining 1 life a turn, I'm basically dead meat. It's basically game over. So he understands that with this Zoro deck, so we'll have to, he's going to have to make decisions based on that, and you'll see how that pans out here. Okay. No shame in playing Zoro here because you can very easily get Zoro back because it's running the 4 cost Uda that snags a 3 cost or less back from your graveyard, from your trash. And he does. Okay, so he drops down Zoro. So this is something I talked to him about after the game. I was like, hey, you got to do the math in your head, and he knows that. He obviously does. He just sometimes, he literally tells me, this is just 12-year-old logic. He goes, yeah, I'm just going to take the gamble. I'm like, no, it's just the incorrect play, right? But that's okay. Like I said, he learns the hard way right here. It's like, okay. But he did at least swing with the character first. You know what I mean? It's like, he swung with the character first, so he at least got the hit off. But it's like, well, no, you should have swung with your Zoro first, because he also knows me because he plays against me. I'm going to take as many hits as I can reasonably in the early part of the game so I can start thriving off my leader's ability. I think I'm down to 1 life now. But real quick, let me pause it. If he had done it the other way around where I took that damage and then KO'd his Nami, which doesn't matter to him at all anyway, Or you know what I mean. He can still use Nami later, but I'm saying like it doesn't matter nearly as much as a Zoro would. Then he could have gotten the Zoro swing off still and threatened other plays from hand. I don't know what's in his hand, you know. So there you go. Okay, so 8 Dawn is a very nice spot to be at when you're at 1 life with this specific leader. Because now you're going to be able to... Yep, I'm starting to line it up. So I'm going to swing for 7,000 at the Nami. I'm just eating the board up, and I'm going to pay 2, trash a card from hand, and I'm going to gain a life. I've got 4 Dawn left. What do you think I'm going to play? Well, swing first, of course. Always do the right sequencing, the right order. Okay, he's going to decide here. Okay, I think he's deciding if he wants to block it or not. He's like, yeah, I guess I'll block since I have so much in hand. And I'm going to drop a Borsalino. So I'm in the absolute most pristine position to be in, I feel like, for my deck for against this matchup. His board is clear. I've eaten up everything on the board through Sakazuki's, through anything turned sideways is going to get destroyed. I've destroyed stuff through 2 impact waves. No Thunderbolt. The Thunderbolt didn't go off. Remember, I trashed that to use the Sakazuki. But I've KO'd 3 from effects, and I've eaten up 2 cards, I think, with the leader swing, or maybe just 1 with the leader swing and whatnot. So, you know, just sitting pretty, right? So he plays his Uda, like we talked about, gets his Zoro back. Okay, he has 5 Dawn to play with, and I don't know what he drew last turn. But he's got a 4K body on the board now. But here's the idea. Y'all know I have a 10-cost Mom in hand, and I have 2 life cards. If I have a blocker down and 1 life card left, I will play a 10-cost Mom almost no matter what, unless their board state is just unbearable where I have to play something else. But generally speaking, if I have 1 life card left and a Borsalino, I'm dropping a 10-cost Big Mom next turn if it's, you know, if it's 10 Dawn next turn, of course. Okay, he's loaded up for 9, coming at Sakazuki here, and I'm saying, okay, that's absolutely fine, because I'm about to replace it. I'm going to save cards in hand, and that was your whole turn. So I'm going to put this back. And since I have 2 life cards and a blocker, and he only has 1 card on board, 1 character card on board, I'm absolutely just going to drop 10-cost Big Mom here. So I swung at leader first because he still has 3 life. There's no way he can go to 0 here without me getting the full advantage from Big Mom. So tapped in. There's that. I'm going up to 3 life currently. Oh, got his Edward. I got his Edward Newgate. He has 1 Edward Newgate, obviously, because this is after the restrictions in the West here. And I got the 1 Edward Newgate off the top with Big Mom. I put the dice on here a little too late, and I didn't realize it was going off the camera, off the board there. I'll have to, like I said, I'll have to draw up the boundaries when we play next time. But that's what the dice is on the life, so you know what our life's at. So unlucky there for my son, losing the top card of his life, being the 1 Edward Newgate in the entire deck. But at the same time, Zoro doesn't necessarily... That's not what's going to save Zoro in this situation against my deck. In fact, that's preferable for me, right? If he spends a turn playing Edward Newgate, that means I get 1 extra turn to just totally set up. You know, generally speaking, it depends on the board state, obviously, but you get my point. Okay, so here's another time where he's like, okay, I'm just going to play all this stuff out, and I'm just going to... And he literally says, I'm just going to gamble it. You know, he he likes to live in the fast lane, I guess. But I'm like, dude... This is not the way. This is not the way. So this right here is what it should have been. Like, see where his hand is. Attach 1 Dawn to Zoro. Attach 1 Dawn to Uda. And swing for 6 with Uda. See if you get a trigger and go from there. Then you play your Zoro. You don't even play Zoro yet. You play it afterwards. And he learns that the hard way here. Unfortunate. Especially loading up your Dawn on a character, you know, before even swinging with them. If you're playing around a jet pistol, that's very different. Then you just have to do what you have to do. But here we go. He's going to swing for, I think it's 5, 6, 7, 8. I take the life. Yep, and there goes your Uda. Yeah, you see, he smashed his hand down on the table. Not hard or anything. He was like, really? Yeah, he wasn't upset or anything. He's a good sport about it. He was just like, dude, what? And then comes in for 7 here. So he lost. Hang on. Let's go back real quick. Okay. Let me hit play. Why isn't it playing? Okay, so with this, he only lost 2 Dawn, it looks like. Let me see. 1, 2. But that could have been, remember, he had all those guard points in hand, so that could have been like 2 guard points to keep him, going further in this game. But I will say this. At this stage of the game, Zoro is in very bad shape. Like, I'm taking these cards now just to draw cards because I'm going to gain 1 life every single turn. Every turn I'm going to gain 1 life. Okay, so draw. And he's got a Zoro that's sideways. Okay, so he has an Otama, a Makino, 2 guard points, Rad Beam, Dadan, and Zoro. Okay, and he has 1 Dawn open. Okay, and I'm looking at 2 6 King pistols, 2 Surus, a Tashigi, a Fukuro, and a Sakazuki. So, and remember though, I have a Borsellino and a Big Mom on board, and he only has the Zoro. So the first thing I'm going to do here, I know for a fact I'm drawing a card this turn. I could have tried to go for lethal here, and we actually were. That's what we're talking about right now. Like, that's why I'm not doing anything in the game. I'm like, I could go for lethal, but I'm just going to play it smart because I know there's no possible way you can take me out next turn, even with 10 Dawn, because I could just eat up your character Zoro. I can not even take your last life and play a card out, and then it's my turn, and you just, that's that. So I swing for 9 at face here, and he Rad Beams and goes a 2k counter. So he does that, and he's not done. Okay, and he goes, or Dadan, so 1k counter. And I'm like, okay, never mind. We'll just play this the smart way, just in case. Like I said, technically speaking, I think I still, let me see, if I do the math, if I swung for, so I still have 6 Dawn open, so if I swung for 11 and 12, he probably could not survive. Let me see, but he had, how many cards did he have in hand? Let me see real quick. Oops, it's like acting really weird. Okay. So I take, right, okay. Now he's going to show cards in hand. I just want to see how many cards he had. And this is where that 2 Dawn open. Okay, so he has, okay, so technically speaking, he has 3, 6, 10k in blocking power, plus 4, 5. So he's got 15k blocker. He's got 15k in blocking. But I don't know that. I just know he has 4 cards, 3. So he has 7 cards and 1 Dawn open. And like realistically, he should have 2 Dawn open right now because I would have taken out his Uda. He did incorrect, sequencing by attaching Dawn and losing that Dawn for literally nothing, right? So he should have been able to block this next turn here. So again, just to watch it one more time, I'm going to swing in here for 9k. The reason that I swung with Borsellino here is because I was pretty sure I was just going to end the game right here. But when he blocked out with just like a 2-card investment, I was like, well, what if he, like, remember, he has 7 cards in hand and he only used 2, so he'd still have 5 cards. So in my mind, I'm thinking, wait a minute. Okay, so here comes 9k. There goes the Rad Beam. I had a feeling he had Rad Beam or a guard point because it was going to be that plus a 2k or that plus a, it was going to be guard point plus a 2k or Rad Beam plus a 1k. So he's got 5 cards left in hand. So if all of them are 2k counters, actually he would only need 3 of them to be 2k counters, right? Well, 4. He would need 4 out of the 5 cards left to be 2k counters, or like, 2 3ks and, or 3 2ks and a 1k or something. So I'm like, all right, never mind. I'm just not even going to risk it. And also knowing that, the slight misplay with the Uda. So I go, okay, instead, I'm going to swing 7 at your Zoro, and I'm going to gain a life. So I gain a life, and I trash, I think I trash a Sakazuki here. Yeah, Sakazuki goes down. He gets rid of the Zoro, and now I know, okay, like if he had to do that, by the way. If he had not blocked there, I would have swung 12k at the Zoro character. So right here, I'm like, okay, I'm going to swing. Never mind. I'm not going to swing. It's your turn. I don't want you to draw a card. I just want to beat you. I don't want you to draw that card. I need you to just stick to as little amount of cards in your hand as possible. Right, so I'm just trying to... that's what this deck does. This is an attrition-style deck. It's just meant to bleed out your opponent. and it's supposed to be, it's built in a way that's supposed to allow you to have lots of options in the game like this. And of course, you know, like I said, I'm even playing around the fact that of the slight misplay with the Uda last turn. Okay, top deck's Monkey D. Luffy. What an absolute beast. Okay, he knows it's this turn or nothing. There is absolutely no way to get out of this because I didn't even turn sideways with my Charlotte Linlin. He can't even attack that to try and win or to hold me off another turn. So he knows it's all or nothing. Okay, wait a second. Did I miss something? I missed something there. Did he forget to tap his Dawn? He forgot to tap his Dawn for Zoro, but that's not a big deal. Yep. He did not tap the Dawn for Zoro, but again, it doesn't change literally anything at all. Because, okay, yeah, it comes down to, like, okay, he would have, it would cost 3, so he would still have a 7,000 Luffy coming in, a 6,000 Zoro, and a 6,000 Zoro. So, not a big deal. I can't believe I missed that in the game. Because I would have said something. I don't, like, go easy on him or anything. Because, oh, you know, it's my son. I'll go easy. No. I have to teach him the right way to play the game. I joked with him right there. I was like, I pretended like it was a thunderbolt or an impact. He literally went backwards when I said that. He was like, oh, my God, he was like, oh, my gosh, I thought you had it. All right, so I just block out with 2K. Then he swings in for, I think, what is 7K, and I just dump both of my my impact, my 16 pistol. So trashing 1 for the other's effect, getting an 8th AK block. Yeah. So like I said, I knew there was no possible way that he could end me that turn. Even with the slight miscalculation of Dawn on his part. Not a big deal, though. Okay. So I know it's over now. There is nothing he can do. He has no Dawn active. So now it's just swing 9 at you, not at your characters. And, yep, that's game. So you took it. All right, well, now I'm going to swing for, what is that? 12 plus 6, coming in for 18K. Awesome. So that was a good game. He's like, yep, that's all I got. And I put my stuff down. Fist bump. Boom. Okay, good game. So again, now he does beat me every now and then. Every now and then he'll get like a really solid pull. That he got a very slow pull that game. And I think he only had two technically 3 misplays that game when he did this. Hang on, let me when he played out his Zoro and the Luffy simultaneously to try to, because he's not quite there doing the math in his head yet. He's still figuring out certain things about the game. It's like, no, what you should have done was play the Luffy first. So that's 5 Dawn. Attach 1 Dawn to Zoro. So you still have 4 Dawn left for your other Zoro, right? So swing 7 with your Luffy, no Dawn attached, just Dawn attached to your leader Zoro, swing for 7. Then after any triggers, you can play your Zoro. He has rush anyway, right? You'll have 1 Dawn left. You can put on your leader or on the Zoro, however you want to split the damage. Okay, and but yeah, other than that, and like I said, the slight miscalculation on the Dawn, he was, he knew the end was in sight, and he's like, okay, if I don't get through here, it's pretty much over. So he probably just lost count of his Dawn. Again, he doesn't cheat or anything like that. He just didn't see it. So, all right, well, that was it, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed. I'm definitely going to be doing more of these videos in the future. I'm going to adjust my camera angle so y'all can actually see my, see the full board next time. This was just a first time, a test run. We're going to be trying out new decks as well, like Katakuri. Well, I shouldn't say try. We've played them all, but on stream. Put them together and play them on stream with like Katakuri, Law, Whitebeard, things like this, mono black stuff like Lucci, you name it. We got a lot of stuff planned for the future. We're probably going to be putting out like 1 or 2 of these a week now that we've thought of this idea to do it. Someone recommended it in my comment section, and kudos to whoever that was. I'm sorry I don't remember the name, but someone was like, hey, do you ever plan on doing any live play testing? Absolutely, I do. Absolutely. And we will be doing some going forward. Probably at about 1 to 2 a week, hopefully 3 a week, in the future. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and please feel free to leave any comments in the comment section below. You know, let's just remember, you know, nothing too harsh. If I made any misplays, just tell me. Just, you know, just say it in a nice way. You know, just tell me. Or maybe I missed something like, hey, dude, you should have tried this or done this or gone for that. Or any recommendations on it and all that good stuff. All right, guys. And like I said, this is my son here on the left. He's only 12, so, you know, be nice to us. Be nice. First time recording. I think he really enjoyed it, and so did I. So we're going to be doing a lot more of these going forward. So hope you all enjoyed. All right, guys. Until next time. Peace.